Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. I want to start by expressing my deep gratitude to Senator Blakespear for her support, for being a champion truly on housing and homelessness in Sacramento for a long time, but for helping us get the work down on the ground where it's making a difference in people's lives. And you'll hear about that later.
We need to make sure that people who are living on our sidewalks, in riverbeds and canyons, on the Caltrans right-of-way, that they get out of that environment, those are not living environments, and into safe places to sleep, places that have a bed and a bathroom and a closed door and some dignity.
Senator, through your leadership, we have, in securing the $1.6 million in the state budget for the County of San Diego's Homeless Prevention Landlord Incentive Program, isn't just a win for the balance sheet, it's a lifeline for San Diego County residents. This program fits squarely into the county's broader strategy to move from a reactive crisis management approach to proactive prevention. We know that once someone loses their home, the climb back is twice as hard and twice as expensive. That is why prevention dollars are the smartest investments we can make. It is more humane and frankly more fiscally responsible to keep a roof over someone's head rather than building a shelter bed later. A coordinated effort between federal, state, local government, and private sector partnership, all working together to create a menu of innovative routes and options to catch someone who's at risk of homelessness before it happens, is the most strategic and responsible way we can accomplish this. Already among these options are programs like VASH vouchers for our veterans and support services like CalFresh and Medi-Cal that aim to reduce everyday costs, which in turn help residents make rent.
We also would like to thank the Board of Supervisors for their leadership in our community, improving the lives of, in this case, veterans through a systemic approach to housing and homelessness. The Veterans Affairs Supported Housing Program is a wonderful example of the intersection between health, housing, and human services. And through the Department of Housing and Community Development and other efforts by our county, the Board of Supervisors has now charged us as is dedicated towards creating a continuum of housing all the way from street outreach through the Section 8 Veterans Affairs Supportive Housing Program.
But what about those who fall between the cracks? That is not enough coverage for the broad range of situations and residents that may not have the right qualifications for the current support programs in place. We will hear today more from Eddie Walker next, who will speak on this issue. But right now, we are seeing a concerning trend in our veteran community. Many who are at risk, not just because they lack income, but because they face additional unique barriers like service-related disabilities and medical conditions, non-transferable workforce skills, or complex credit histories. A life after service for those who fought for our country deserve rest and peace of mind that they're being taken care of by their government.
Over 12 years ago, VASH approached me and said we would be interested in housing a veteran. I thought, yes, we'll look at that because our mantra is everyone is entitled to a second chance. And then what we try to do is make a positive difference in everyone's lives that we come across each and every day that we're alive. So we took that on. This relationship has turned into over a 12-year relationship.
It is our moral obligation to ensure they aren't left on the street. That's where a menu of preventative options and collaboration comes into play. Our landlords and property owners are critical partners in this effort. To our San Diego County landlords, we hear you. We know the risks you take, and that is precisely why this program is so important. In 2025 alone, we paid over $680,000 in incentives to 186 participant landlords serving 243 households. With this new $1.6 million investment, we are adding even more households to the program. This is what true coordination looks like: federal vouchers, state funding, county administration, and private sector partnership.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Gregory Buttoni. I'm a veteran, and I was recently homeless. These veterans that signed were willing to sacrifice their young lives at a time when the country needed them, at a time to help. And it's time to help that veteran now that answered that call that signed on that dotted line with his blood. Didn't know he was going to come back from Vietnam. Didn't know whether he's going to ever come back. And he did come back. He came back to a divided society. He came back to a society that didn't want to accept him as a veteran, as a human being. That's changed today. We've been respected. We've gotten respect. And I've gotten a lot of respect today from Senator Brusher, from the county supervisor, and from this county of San Diego. They've given me the respect, the place to live, to have dignity. And with that, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you to everybody for the help. I just can't be grateful enough to all of you. You've been so helpful to me. It brings a tear to my eye because I'm stabilized now. I don't have the stress. I don't have the anxiety. I don't have people threatening me every day of my life out there on the street.
I am taking this opportunity to call on our local landlords today to please join us in this program. These incentives are for you. They are designed to be mutually beneficial for both your efforts and our efforts to house our families, veterans, seniors, young professionals, and everyone else in between. Together, we can turn this funding into the stability our neighbors deserve. We can turn this funding into the safety net that catches those who are falling through the cracks. Thank you again, Senator Blakespear, for your efforts in getting this additional funding that will help so many households and so many people.